Hello guys, Tom here from WB Trading, and in today's video we're going to explore the importance of having a consistent process in order to generate, and you've guessed it, consistent results within your trading. This is going to be such an eye-opener for a lot of traders out there, so make sure you watch right through the end today so we don't miss any crucial details that we'll be covering together. Just very quickly before we dive in, if you're still struggling with your trading or you'd like to know more about how mechanical edges are traded, I've put together a free video course for you that will map out and explain everything in detail, along with walking you through exactly how the mechanical rules actually work. If you'd like to watch that after this video, I'll pop a link in the description. You can click through and you can watch that straight away. So let's dive in. Now, a lot of traders out there are taking trades using, and if they're honest with themselves, nothing more than a best guess. They're analysing, they're thinking, they're hoping, but that's never going to be consistent because the analysis, the thinking, it all changes every single time they take a trade. You've got to ask yourself, as a trader, do you have a process? And when I say process, I mean just like a machine in a factory. Your trading rules should be like the cogs in a well-built machine. Each cog is in place for a specific reason, and just the same, each of your trading rules should be in place for that specific reason. I'm not talking about, see if you can draw a trend line here or try to identify a support level there. What I'm talking about are clear, concise rules, mechanical rules that remove emotion and discretion entirely. To put things into perspective, let's look at another example. So a person might be a competent chef, right? When they cook a dish, you might find that the taste, although it's really good, it's different today than it was last week, and it was different the month before that. And this is because the cook, they don't follow an exact recipe. They may just blend the ingredients together without following a set of rules, relying a bit on experience. So sometimes there might be more salt, sometimes there might be more chili powder. It's never exact or precise. And that's very similar to the way many traders approach trading the markets unsuccessfully. One day it's this market, one day it's that market, one day it's a trend line here, the next day it's a very different strategy approach, and so on. Now if we come back to the comparison with the chef, let's now look at McDonald's and a Big Mac in McDonald's. Now, we all know a Big Mac, regardless of the restaurant you go to, it tastes the same. Anywhere in the world, the McDonald's Big Mac, it tastes the same. And that's because McDonald's, they've perfected a process, a set of rules behind creating their food, and essentially that's what they call a standard operating procedure, or an SOP, which is used in all of their outlets globally. This is the exact way that we look to trade, and this is how a mechanical edge works. They're completely rule-based, end-to-end. They tell you, go to X market and Y, wait for the Y candle or price point, and why, and then place a stop loss here, place the profit target here, and we walk away. So as we mentioned a little earlier, one of the benefits of taking a mechanical approach is zero emotion, zero discretion, and also zero requirement for any fancy software that you're tied to. You have to pay for every month for the rest of your career to trade a certain strategy. We're not looking through overly complex indicators or technical analysis. Again, coming back to the comparison, deciding, say, how much salt, how much pepper, etc. am I going to put in today? So, you need to ask yourself this, how sustainable is all of that blind guesswork that goes into a particular trading strategy? How sustainable is relying on reading those markets every day and doing something different every day? Guessing all the time. It's not really sustainable at all, is it? Whereas with that set of rules on hand, with that blueprint in hand, all you need to do is follow the steps A, B, C, D, and it's going to give you the opportunity there to pull that money out of the market, just like a chef making a burger at McDonald's. Now, as obvious as it is that you need to have that repeatable process to get those repeatable results, over the years we've spoken to hundreds of traders, and most of those starting out don't have this approach. Their trading is essentially ad hoc, so to speak. They'll come in each day, and I know this sounds crazy, but they either make outright guesses influenced by things like news, analysis maybe that changes every day, or other people's calls or signals. Or worse than that, they think they've got their strategy there, they haven't come to that painful realization yet that actually their quote unquote strategy relies on nothing more than the guesswork. And in fact, we've spoken to struggling traders this month who've said to me, okay, I've got a strategy, but it's not working and I don't know why. We've asked these traders, okay, walk me through it. And honestly, the reaction is we'll look at 3 or 4 different time frames. We'll look for breaks at various different points in the day. We'll look for certain triggers that are signaling reversals. And then on top of that, I've seen traders with multiple moving averages, multiple Bollinger Bands combined to try and give a rough idea of where to get in and out of these trades. And even then, with all that to deal with all that information there, they're never truly sure where to pull the trigger or where to place the stop loss or where to place the take profit, the real fundamentals, the real basics of approaching any trade. Just a mess, essentially. And when we explain it, to go through and say, look, let's really break it down, there's often a reaction to say, yeah, there's that realization, okay, this whole approach, all this effort, all this information, it's just getting you nowhere. And it's just gambling. That is the realization. And the wasted time, the wasted money, all that, no result. And that's the thing, most people are unfortunately trading like that, and they're wondering, why am I not profitable? And when you think about, when you break it down, it's pretty nuts. So, how can a mechanical approach get us out of these habits? Well, literally all you have to do when trading mechanical edge is to follow that set of rules every day. And the thing is, not having rules in place, not having a process in place, like the trader we've just discussed, it leaves so much room for error and stress, and it just overwhelms and confuses traders, doesn't it? And I mean, that really, at the end of the day, that's no way to trade. So coming back to the point here, and hopefully this bringing clarity, if a trader doesn't have any structure within their trading and they always change what they're doing, it's going to be impossible to improve, isn't it? Because they don't really understand consistently what is going wrong. They're going to usually feel completely lost. And again, this is why trading mechanically, and why traders come to work with our team, because mechanical rules solve that problem. And it's as simple as that. If you want that consistent result, you need a consistent set of rules to follow. That is the absolute baseline. So, where should you go from here? Well, first and foremost, making a commitment to yourself to identify a mechanical system or systems that you'll stick to long term as the system's edge play out and deliver profit. Something you'll stick to no matter what. Master the strategy and learn every single detail about it. Fully commit yourself to it and forget that strategy hopping entirely. Don't allow outside opinions to influence your trading and decision making process. No news, no analysis, just the price and statistics, and a fixed set of rules that never change. The way professionals trade, basically. And by trading the same set of rules every day, every week, every month, hundreds of times per year, you'll learn what to do and what not to do. And it'll become like muscle memory. Without that noise, without those distractions, you'll find a lot of clarity in your trading decisions. And staying disciplined, staying focused, and don't ever deviate from the plan. And okay, it may be a boring way to trade, and we've heard that many times across the years, but in the end, it's bringing results. So, to summarize, don't be that trader that always tries something new and then gives up when things get tough. We all admire those people who've stuck with something for years and become experts in their field. Make that commitment to learn a strategy that works and trade it for the long term. And honestly, you will thank me later. Now, by the way, if you'd like to learn the rules behind our mechanical edges, so you can gain a consistent process for yourself, I've popped a link in the description where you can book a call with one of our team and we'll run you through how they work. Anyway, obviously, thank you for your time. I really hope that helps. I hope that's added value for you, and here's to your success. Okay, bye for now.